the stories. Stories. This one's called Travis's Tramp Stamp and the Say When Shot. So, I'm going to start with the first one. So one day, around the time that Andy left, Travis, Josh Miller, and I were in the Star Room. And Travis told us about a tattoo that he had on his chest that says made from broken pieces. It's like all angled and written like a kindergarten wrote it. And then he told us that his dad gave him a tramp stamp. And he was drinking with his dad and got blackout drunk. And the tramp stamp says every devil needs his angel. And we started dying laughing for like an hour, and then Travis walked out, and he walked back in, and we immediately started dying laughing again. He called us assholes. And then the Say When shot. So like it was around October 2018. Shoop showed me the movie Tombstone. It's an old Western movie, and there's this iconic dude named Doc Holliday. And there's one scene where he's hammered drunk. And this one dude says, "You're so drunk you couldn't shoot anything. In fact, I'll bet you're seeing double." And he pulls out a knife, and Doc pulls out his fucking guns, and he's like, "I have 2 guns, one for each of you." And then in another scene, he's like they're trying to challenge him, and he says, "Say when." He's got a gun behind his back, like they're about to fucking shoot it out high noon style. And me and Shoop were saying "Say when" one night when we were drinking, like 2 weeks after it. And I had found this new shot glass that was in the cabinet, and it was like this big as fuck one, and it had 5 different like little symbols on it. And I started looking at it closely, and I was pissed drunk, and I noticed, no shit, it said "Say when" on it. And I showed Shoop, and it blew our goddamn minds. We were saying "Say when," and we ended up taking a lot of shots that night. It was nice. The next part that's in the thing, this is just holidays. There's not just normal holidays. You can actually look up holidays for different days of the year, so like it never gets boring. Like, let's see what's coming up in April. April Fool's, Beer Day, 420. Um, then in May, Star Wars Day, Cinco de Mayo, Candy Day, and then in June there's Hunting and Fishing Day. You know, there's a whole bunch of different stuff. It keeps shit interesting. You know, I have a page versus the good and bad drugs. Um, that we had done and just how the trips went. I don't know if I necessarily want to talk about all of these. I might just skim through it. I already told y'all about the salvia, how that was. That shit was crazy. Shrooms. All I could say is like it makes you feel like you smoked 500 blunts and then you're in a world like made out of fucking candy, like a dreamlike world. Everything feels like surreal, and it plays like if you're like when Jose fucked with us and thought we were gonna get kicked out, it really made me depressed, like really, really depressed. But when I was happy, I was really, really happy. So it's kind of an amplifier of your emotions. So you got to know that. But I felt like I was on a mountain made of candy or in a crystal made of candy, just happy as could be. Like I snorted some fucking coke or Molly and smoked 500 blunts. It was great. Um, uh, Trudeau said he saw stuff kaleidoscopy at one point when he was on them. It gives you like a painkiller type feeling sometimes. Um, and then there's one time Trudeau started. Oh, wait, that was the bad time. He started tripping bad while I was in Candyland, which is what we refer to the really, really good feeling you get from it. And then yeah, Jose started treating him like shit, like no one would give a fuck about him. It was really fucked up. Makes you feel really connected in nature, and things can turn different colors, like have a red, green, and blue like uh glow around it. Yeah, it's pretty much the good trips. It's just salvia and shrooms, basically. The bad trips. Oh god. Mojo. So, like, when I first met Will, there was this dude named Herb who lived with him, and he had this stuff that I thought was weed, but it was actually not synthetic weed, but even worse, fake weed. It's called Mojo, and it didn't affect me or Will like anybody else, but I smoked it with Tanya, and this dude named Daniel Boggs, Tyler Bizzle, and Miller, and a lot like everybody started like feeling bad and kind of wigging out, and then Daniel and Brianna had to go to the hospital, and that was unfortunate to say the least. It really freaked me out. DXM. There's this dude named Justin that was friends with Jose and Shoot for the longest time, but they ended up getting kicked out because he started doing bars, basically. His mental was off. And then he started doing DXM, which is the cough syrup. And then I did it once to see what it was like, because I'd heard Tackett say that he did it and like the walls were morphing and shit. But like when me and Trudeau did it, we just felt like there was just like a gloomy fucking cloud over us the entire time, basically. It wasn't good. Then Justin also brought this shit over that was supposed to be a vitamin supplement called Finibit. And then it tasted like fucking beach sand and salt and shit. So I didn't want to eat it. I was the only one who didn't. And Trudeau said he woke up the next morning deaf in one ear and was freaking out. And like he had passed out with his head in the fucking toilet. And then Crank, obviously, when me and Trudeau or when Trudeau left and me and Shoop got laced. Oh man, I felt like my heart was gonna explode. That's all I can say. I got like tunnel visioned and I felt like my heart was gonna explode. And there's other things that we did. Adderall, it's pretty self-explanatory. We were talking about the universe and black holes and death on that a lot. Prevagen, it's just the stuff that's good for your mind. HTPs is supposed to be a mood enhancement thing. Will ended up getting them prescribed, but I tried them and they kind of fucked up my dreams. And Shoop tried them and did the same thing, so I think that's responsible. We did do coke at one point, but it's not like it doesn't make you amped. It just kind of makes you feel like energy fully restored. You know, like you just feel good, I guess. Roxy's just make you feel mellow. It's like Mac Lethal said, butter on a biscuit. I wouldn't do any of this shit pretty much anymore. I might do Prevagen, but like all these bad things, no, I just did these once, one and done. Um, Jules, can't forget those. Self-explanatory. The shisha, the witch. Synthetic. I got synthetic before that wasn't Mojo. It's not really good though. I wouldn't do it again. Xanax. I don't know why this shit's legal. Like, how is Xanax legal in cigarettes and alcohol and salvia and weed isn't? I will never understand it. Yeah, Justin ended up crashing his car over and over on Xanax. Miller did the same thing, but with meth. There's this stuff called Rush. It was this inhalant shit that Miller got from Adam and Eve that is apparently popular with people huffing it now. But I only did that once. It was kind of whack. Um, yeah, Andy and Miller ended up doing crack with this one dude that Andy worked with at one point. I never did it, but fuck that. And then, yeah, I've already talked about them now. Adderall, there was the stuff Eli brought that was Adderall, but it was fake, and we ended up fucking snorting it for some reason. And it made us feel like shit, and then the walls kind of started moving like the blinds for a window when you stare at it too long. And then, of course, there was a time that Trudeau, Jose, Shoop, and Miller did the acid. Yeah, Trudeau said he saw like Icarus and aliens and demon deer that weren't there and crazy shit. And he was fighting anime demons in my room and all kinds of crazy shit. Yeah. Plagues and curses. Can't forget this. The old plagues and curses. There's been a lot of them. Let me list them off. The maw dropping curse, the acorn curse, the bedbug curse or plague, stink bug plague, scabies plague, the norovirus Virus Plague, the Breaking Curse, the Missing Curse, the Pocket Dimension Curse, and of course Demons, can't forget that. So the mod dropping curse happened to Trudeau. He dropped his mod multiple times every single day without fail for like a year or so. The Acorn Curse is just because the man cave has a tree over it and it drops acorns around in like September, fall, but it didn't used to do that. The bed bugs, self-explanatory. That shit sucked. Those little fuckers were everywhere. Stink bugs. I hate those motherfuckers. They were plaguing the man cave, just being annoying, and no matter how many you kill, they just damn near regenerate. I already covered the scabies. That was fucking awful. The norovirus. Yeah, that shit'll make you fucking puke, freeze, burn, ache, shit. Fucking, oh man, make you feel lethargic. It's fucking terrible. The breaking curse. This one's happened to me. It's just like, a lot of shit breaks around this property. Fucking fans, lights, walls, fridges, ACs, cars, dryers, washers, microwaves, drop cords, TVs, anything you can think of around here. Everything keeps breaking, and it's really disappointing. The missing curse. This is where shit just goes missing for everybody around here. It happens all the fucking time. The pocket dimension. This one mainly affects Trudeau, but he would like be sitting down and his mod would fall into the chair, into like so deep in it you couldn't find it, and then I would pull it out of there, and then eventually he got good at it. And we called it the pocket dimension because there's this game called SCP, and there's this one dude who'll pick you up and put you in his pocket, and then you're in a completely different dimension, so it's called the pocket dimension. But yeah, then we started calling it that. The dead phone curse. This one's happened to everybody, I know that. And then the demons. We've actually heard a lot of fucking weird shit, like we've seen figures here and eerie feelings, really, really dark fucking places. We've heard voices, like, say our names and shit. It happened to me and Shoop. Like, I woke up and he was in the kitchen. There was a voice between both of us that said Shoop. It was fucking weird. Trudeau said he felt like there was a presence here before. I don't know. A lot of weird fucking stuff has happened. This page right here is just about the Instagram and the YouTube. What we've got on there: Slide Jam, TV Destructions, Chill Sessions. There's a lot of new stuff now. Obviously, now that I got the password back and shit, because I forgot what it was. A lot of squad music. Like, you follow the squad. Don't forget to check out 009 Drilling, and you can find the Alpha Squad Drinking and Smoking playlist. Compilations of different pieces. The different animals, I don't really need to talk about that. Hall of Broken Bongs, I'm not really going to touch on what they looked like, necessarily, but I will cover their names. The Sleebs, Stein, the Monstrosity, Fantasy, Wonderland, Galaxia, and Icarus. Different squad members, you already know who you are, you know what it is. Different strains and drinks. Different games. This is smoking and drinking games right here. Time Bombs, this is smoking. Smoke Battle, Marco Polo, Chicago and Mondays, Half Greens. And drinking, we got Drink, Drank, Drunk, Edward 40 Hands, Beer Pong, Caps, Battle Shots, and Circle of Death. And then, got Squad Jeopardy right here. It's all the squad words that, we've compiled over the course of the squad's existence. Read this real quick. So we got Nose Goes. Some of these are phrases. The hell I can't. Moist Meter. Ballpark Sunday. Some of y'all probably don't know that. It's an ice cream sundae with ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, and relish. The Deranged Woodsman. There's this video we saw about this dude roasting a squirrel over its own intestines. Getting goose meated. Getting really high. Davy Jones Locker. It was this terrible fucking vape we had. I'm gonna pause the video again real quick. Alright, we're back. Alright, so the Davy Jones Locker, it tasted like fucking moldy lettuce and fish water. That was terrible. Slumber Party Massacre 3, can't forget that. Wonder Bud, you already know what it is. high tie. It's when you're so high you accidentally lift your leg to tie your shoe, and then you tie the one that's on the ground because you're so high. The Stoner's Pledge. That's on the Alpha Squad Instagram if you want to see that. Uncle Barry, You'd Uncle Barry from Bushland Adventures. Stokies and Stubbies. You know, drinks, blunts. Green and Black Dragon. It's an alcohol THC combo by putting the leaves on the shot for a green dragon or taking a shot of bong water and alcohol for a black dragon. Cash and Crash. It's a night version of Wake and Bake. Full Sin. Yeah. The squad files. I have a file of like each person that's an alpha, like, and a little bit about them, whether they were a skater, a vapor, they were on the drill team, or a little bit of about them. The purple shirted eye stabber from Cyanide and Happiness. Can't forget the hitchhiking eye gouger that we came up with. This dude who just hitchhikes and fucking stabs people in the eye. Squinty-eyed bastard. That started when we were having a smoke session. I was checking each person's eyes. And I was like, Andy, you're fine. Tackett, your eyes are red. I can't even tell what your eyes are, you squinty-eyed bastard. Talking about Travis. That's how that started. Witch and Brew. Forget those. The Skanky bitch. Oh, Vindigo. Blonde. Yeah, that's just some of them. What's this? Something Travis wrote, I think. Oh yeah, Fire in the Hole. It means smoke session. If you don't show up in time, then you're out. So yeah. Let's see what else we got. We got some art from back in the day. Addendum 1. It says, since created, the Alpha Squad book has a few notable things that happen. There was some stuff going on with Miller. It's resolved. Travis returned and he's gone. Yeah, that's pretty much. I got a timeline of the squad here. Final words. This project's been a joy to work on. It's been fun to recapture all the old moments and crazy adventures of the squad. I spent days going through content, chugging coffee to stay awake. So this final chapter is for you as the reader, the listener, those members still with us in the Alpha Squad and those to come and those new stories. Keep chasing the dream, expand your mind, try some of the squad games, or start a new event for the squad. This is dedicated to you guys. I'm gonna have some quotes from the squad. This is, a life without the squad isn't a life at all. Alpha Squad is family and family is forever. Don't live life taken for granted. Live it like you're invading Nam. Yeah, and then I have the squad files. Yeah, this is just right here. This is some old stuff from whenever I was trying to make this. Got a map to Hightower and such. Oh, the Lost Pages. Yeah, I forgot about the Lost Pages. There's a couple more stories here for you guys. So, also, I have two more books. One is My Life Up to the Squad, and one is for the future and after, like, the future of the squad and me and the universe and a lot of other stuff. Yeah, and here's the Lost Pages. cop stories. So there's been like 4 different times the cops were here. It was 3, but you can't forget the one that happened not that long ago. One was because we picked up Daniel Boggs and he's sketchy, and I think the cops don't like him. They came here because his neighbor fucking called the cops because they saw us leaving, and I guess they thought he was up to something. And that wasn't fun. Second time was the Mojo. And the third time was because Christy called the cops on Andy, but they actually came here looking for me instead of him, and then Andy hightailed it out. Yeah, that wasn't fun because we were smoking dabs. Thank God they couldn't smell it. El Chapo and the Bear. El Chapo was a plant that we tried to grow, and nothing really came of it because I kept it in the light for 24 hours a day, and then I tried to give it darkness one day, and it died instantly. And then one day Bizzle was here, and we were all in the cave, and then he walked outside, and like I thought he was fucking around because he started yelling, and then I go outside, and there's a goddamn bear outside, and his son chased Bizzle to the back porch, or I mean it didn't chase him there, it was still in the backyard, but he ran up there, and then Miller just goes outside and starts chasing at it with his arms up in the air, and it just runs back into the woods. And I was like, God damn. I actually have the rules for the Mario Kart game, the skate game. Knights of the Round Table. It's when all 5 people or squad members are in the man cave. Man cave Easter eggs. Got the green cube and the green shots. A piece from the TV that I broke with Will. A piece from the wreck. A piece from Hightower. And the squad files is just talking about me, about being a rifle spinner, creating the cave, and owning, having some pieces from the squad. Let's see who else is in here. Oh, I don't really fuck most of these people, unfortunately. Alright, we got Shoop here. Tobacco smoker, cannabis enthusiast, mod squad. Squad named the Shoopster. One of the Knights of the Round Table, sports expert, alcohol expert. And then we got Johnny, cannabis enthusiast, knight, skater, trailblazer. He'll go into Hightower. Yeah. And that's that. That's the stories of the Alpha Squad. That's the history. That's the stories. Now, like I said, there is more. There is the book 1 and book 3. This is technically book 2, the main meat of it. And I can do the before and after, the past and future of the squad later. But this has been fun. It's been a fun project. I gotta end this video soon because it's crossing over that 20-minute mark. But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the version I had last night when we were drinking and smoking. But I don't know. Johnny left this morning, and I wanted to be able to do this. And I'm glad I've got the video now. Now I just gotta upload it, and yeah, we finally have a full auditory storytelling of all the adventures of the Alpha Squad. So I don't know if what I'm gonna do with the one from last night, but I think this is how I'm gonna end the video. And I'd like to say thank everybody for watching. It's been great. I'm sure we're gonna have more memories and adventures and shit in the future. Definitely check out the squad montage and any of our new projects. But yeah, I'm probably gonna make another video with Shoop later with us just chilling and see what happens. But this is Diddy signing off. Alpha Squad for life.